Oh God, I've got my work cut out for me. Excellent. Oh, knackered. Nah, I'm just kidding. We used the tractor. I moved all the stuff from in front of the fence and we just tractored it over top. So now I've just got to level it, wait for it to settle and top it up a bit more, and then we should be good for all the hydrangeas. This is why boys need their toys and princesses need their boys. Leveling gravel. That's it. Good.
It'll be tamped and re-leveled.
Tamped and leveled and topped again.
I gotta do all the back edging.
Okay, so the old carrot boxes have been moved out to the front here and refilled. Soaked them down with some water, and we're putting in some Chinese broccoli and some yada yada blah blah, whatever that is. It's supposed to be really good for you and taste really good. And just an update on the greens. They seem to be doing okay. I've just watered them so they're a bit flat. So the Mizunas. This is an old table I bought off Marketplace, of course. Makes a great stand. It's wrought iron. It weighs a ton, so I know it'll be good outside here. So that's today's plantings. Sowings, not plantings. And then this whole front bed, because I don't really have anything else to put in here. I don't want to put any carrots in this late in the year. I've just filled the whole bed with rapini. And we'll just take them as small greens for sauteing. And that's today's sowings, August 24th. Morning, campers. It's Friday the 26th. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is totally overcast. Yay! We're expecting rain for a day and a half at the very least. So we're just doing an update on bed movement. So there's the new bed. A couple of hydrangeas in here. I don't worry about my hydrangeas because in the winter time I'm just going to chop them all down again anyway. The poor things were dying. But I'll show you this one just so you can see how forgiving hydrangeas are. This one I cut it all off because it was just burnt to death in the sun, and it's getting all new leaves. This one's getting all new leaves. This one I just moved. That one was a stick I found somewhere. And this one's getting new leaves. So they should all be fine. Keep our fingers crossed. Everything's doing good. Got to pick beans out of there soon and clear that whole bed out. Melon's still doing good. I took the stalking off it because I didn't want it to rot. And I'm going to have to harvest the corn in the next day or so, because it's getting out of hand. And the asparagus has taken over half the yard. Oh, hang on. Come around here. I'll do it as fairly quickly as I can so you're not watching nothing but dead air. Spider, 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 and spider. There's another melon. Cool. So that's 2. Not humongous, but sizable melons. Excellent. Yeah, we're getting to that clearing out stage, so it's all good. Corn will be next. Sweet peas are going. I hate taking the sweet peas out, but I will have to eventually because that bed's coming right out. So I've saved 1 million seeds from it, so that's good. And then I've got, sorry, back out of the jungle again. Make sure there's no spiders. Got a harvest in my hand here of some cherry tomatoes. I'm not impressed with the lima beans. They've obviously got some sort of beetle damage. Beetlejuice. Peppers are doing really good. Still don't know what that is. It's not changing color at all. These ones are changing a little bit of color. I can't remember if they're the yellow or the red variety, but they are one or the other. It's got some nice peppers on it. Purple one's got some nice peppers on it. Tomatoes. Don't step on the rake and kill yourself. Tomatoes are doing really good. Those are almost pickable. Those are supposedly Brad's, but they look a little more yellow this year. Oh, I think I got a spider on me, sorry. Black beauties are almost ready to pick. That pepper. These are the black icicles, and they're supposed to be dark, I would have thought, but apparently not so as you'd notice. Peppers are starting to go green. These are sweet chilies, purple murasaka, so they should turn red and then be pickable. This one is another feeble attempt at a sweet pepper. And I think that's about it. I've got some patty pans down there. You can see the yellow and lots of little courgettes. This one took forever to get going, but it's producing fabulous courgettes now. That's the sunburst yellow. And then winter squash. I've got one that's a fair size and one that's not so fair, and one back there that didn't fare well at all. So it'll be fare thee freaking well. And then the beans are doing, these beans are doing really good. These are the purple queen bush beans. This one is the one that was all bitten off and it's growing again, so that should be okay. I'm not expecting a miracle in getting loads of beans off them. I just wanted to see how far I could push the envelope in the fall. All good. And those are the sprouts. They're starting to bolt, so I'll probably have to pull them all out. There's one in there that looks like it's a actual sprout going to seed and flowering. And I got a bunch of cucumbers out here that need harvesting. 3 at the very least. And 3, oh, there's another one up there. 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 that need harvesting pretty quick. I was just going to harvest some tomatoes because they've got some nice blushes going on them. And Nick at This British Homestead does hers when they're just starting to blush so that the bugs don't get them. These are, I think, and I'll check the name, I think these are the Black Prince, or the Black Cherry. They start to turn red even though they're purple. Sorry, I got you on the wrong angle. Even though they're purple, they start turning red on the bottom. That's when it's time to harvest these ones. Oops, or you could just drop them back there and try and pick it up after without sticking your face in a spider web. Big clod. Honest to God, I can't remember what day it is. 29th of August, maybe? It's quite cool out, but it's not going to be. We're going to get back up to the high 30s or mid 30s at least this week. My winter greens, Yodfall and Chimilalala, and my rapini all coming up. Pretty good. It's only 4 days that it started doing this, so they were sown on the 24th, but they were like this yesterday too. I just didn't get out here to film. And those are my winter greens, the Mizuna and something. Mizuna and, sorry, I'm spider web detecting. Southern Giant mustards and the onions. Nah, I'm not impressed with my onions this year. And I don't know what's going on with this blueberry. It's just not a happy camper, and yet the one right next to it is. So I'll probably just prune it right down and see if it comes back. And this shows you how easy it is to root hydrangeas. I broke that off and stuck it in dirt and it's growing. So it's all good. Good. Today's harvest is the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, I noticed that these are black icicles and they don't apparently go black, and yet the black cherry ones are black, and the ones the black beauty one I harvested yesterday was totally black. But they all go, like, even the black ones go red at the bottom. That's how you know they're ready to pick. Last of the sizable squash. More of the lotus whites. And a cucumber I found hiding underneath a bunch of leaves. That's a long English Excelsior, they're called. Cool. All right. It's 27 degrees at 11:30 in the morning on Monday, and just a temporary net to go over. I doubt very much it'll stop any cabbage whites, but it might distract them enough to keep them out until they die off in September, October. Who knows? Okay, those trellises bed frames came blue, so for this year I'm just leaving them blue because I don't want to be painting just yet. It's too hot. Anyway, so I split this whole pot of gladdies that were on the porch. And there's one set there, one on either side there, and one in the far corner. And before you say, oh my God, you dug up gladiolas at this time of year, I dig up loads of crap at this time of year that I'm not supposed to, and they seem to be okay. As long as you give them lots of water, they're usually pretty good. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I know it's smoking hot out here, but I was just going to show you how I do my flower seeds once they've got all this dried up leaf stuff. This is the allium flowers. So basically what I do is put it in a big tray and just blow. Now, it's not a perfect system, but as you'll notice, 90% of the seeds are down here, 10% of the flower heads are up there, and you can just pick them up and take them out. Oh, so it's 1 o'clock. It's 28 degrees, feels like about 40. So it doesn't look pretty, but it'll be covered eventually. I put the box I'd taken apart, the old part of the carrot box, took it apart, put that back there, and pegged it in for now. Because I should have put those there. See how you always think of something on the flip side when you've already done it. Just to keep the dirt from all falling out, because whenever I dig, I just get dirt everywhere. So I'm trying to keep it in the box. So that's that done. Morning, Tuesday, August the 30th. Oh my God, where did August go? It is 26 degrees out and it's only 10:30 in the morning. So it's supposed to be really hot today, like 30 plus. So I just thought I'd come out and do some work while I was in the shade, but apparently the sun's sneaking over really quickly. So what I'm doing is finishing cleaning out some of these beds. And when I say I don't have weeds, sorry, interrupted by a son phone call. So when I say I don't have weeds, I don't really have weeds. What I have are cottonwood seeds, and I showed you the fluff in early spring, but this is what they turn into. And they're super easy to pull out. So I just go through with handfuls and pull them all out. And that's why I don't bother doing them when they're too small, because I can't get them quite as easy. So that's what we're doing today, is weeding and clearing beds. And I'll show you what the tomato beds look like that I cleared out, and how many gladiolas I've pulled up. And I've got to find a place to put them next year. They might go in that new bed over there, but I'll see. Okay, so that's the tomato bed cleared. Tomatoes are still there, but everything's gone except stems and 1 or 2 leaves. And the rest of it's just hopefully going to ripen up. And I've picked loads of tomatoes. Chopped down 2 more tomato plants in here. And once these couple of little piddly tomatoes are gone, then we'll be finished with the tomatoes in here. These are the sunrise bumblebee, and sunrise bumblebee. They turn yellow and orange, and they're absolutely delicious. So these ones I definitely will grow again. Whether I grow them in here or outside, I'm not sure yet. Lettuces are coming up, so I'm going to have to figure out where to put those. I'm shocked that I've actually got any lettuce. Seed saving table is still looking a horrendous mess, but it's got lots of seeds on it. Everything needs watering. It is 34 out here at the moment, and it's just freaking ridiculous. I put the bed frames up. They need a bit more support. Gerald's going to anchor some supports in for me, but I've decided that this is where I'm going to put the gladiolas. So I'm just going to dot them all along that back wall, and I might put a couple over on that side over there, because that's where the asparagus is getting moved to. Because this monstrosity of asparagus it's probably about 5 feet tall. So it's going to go over there in that back corner. Nothing else I'm going to show you out here today. I'll post this in a few minutes. It takes a while. Onions are still growing. What I came out here for was not to do more videoing, was to look and see if I've got hose pipe, because I'm going to run more sprinkler systems in this bed here for the flowers. So that's it for today. So I should have enough to do 1 bed. They get sprinklers off of them, so I did a video on how I did those, but I'll probably do another one if people don't want to go back and look. Just leaving it out in the sun to warm up a bit so it's easier to flatten out.